Well, you guys know what time it is. It's not Friday, but it is Saturday because a Friday was busy. But now we're here. This is Tulung Podcast number 89. And we're live. Proof. And here. Let me just double check all my whatever. All right. Okay. Here we go. Announcements. No, I don't have any. Inquiries. First inquiry. Have I felt liminal feelings? Let's search that up right now. Liminal feeling. According to the AI overview, which references these articles, a liminal feeling is the psychological sensation of being betwixt and between, a state of ambiguity, transition, or waiting. Now we speed run this. Key characteristics: anxiety, dreamlike, no, not liminal space. Liminal space. Oh, okay. A place or state of change or transition. I feel like short answer, yes. I felt it yesterday, actually. Next inquiry. Why do people flip the switch on genres growing up? See next slide. I capitalized slide, or is that a double L? Or I capitalized the I? Whatever. See next slide for full inquiry. And I quote, I used to like classical music when I was little. Around like from 13 to 16 years old. Little. But now, as an adult, I love pop music. Back then, I used to think pop music was so lame and like fake and required no talent to make. But now, I absolutely love it. Am I getting dumber, or what is this? Why do people switch music genres as they grow up? I don't know. Ah, shoot. Hold on. Why do people grow to like pop music when they once hated it? Okay, here's a potential explanation. People grow to like pop music they once hated primarily through the mere exposure effect. And this comes from Quora, Spectator News, Psychology Stack Exchange, a forum, and Reddit. So let me put you all on game about this AI overview. Look at the links. What is Spectator News? Why are generic songs so catchy? Because they are engineered to be as appealing as possible. I refuse to admit there's anything wrong with that. Is Kesha your guilty pleasure? Then enjoy it and stop feeling guilty. Short answer, based on what I read, or at least care to read, it's catchy. Simple as that. I don't know if it means you're getting dumber, but it's catchy. You realize the patterns. You realize the patterns that pop music have, and the special curation of pop music intending to be big hits, and yeah, sure. Next. Oops, that's not right. Mentions. These are things people tell me. First mention. Rockstar spreading false info internally to catch leakers. Specific link given. It's a Reddit link. Apparently, Rockstar is fully locked down to prevent any leaks ahead of the GTA 6 release. Speculation. Okay, according to these tweets, Rockstar leaks, they lock it down. News about GTA 6. Getting intel is almost impossible. Is it true that Rockstar spreads misinformation sometimes to catch leakers? Yes, it is 100% true. Rockstar misinformation leakers. Okay. Oh, 7 hours ago on Game Rant? Rumor Rockstar Games is reportedly spreading fake GTA 6 leaks. Alright, let's skim this. Oh, a little too far. A new claim from a well-known insider. Deliberately spreading false information. Is this probably the same thing? Oh, it's the same thing. Canary trap technique. The method involves deliberately sharing slightly different versions of the same information with different recipients within an organization to identify the source of a leak. Each person or department receives a unique detail, such as an altered date or phrasing, that appears insignificant on its own. And now, the last chain of, or stream of thought, Canary Trap. Why is Game Rant consuming my computer? We're not there yet. Hold on. According to Wikipedia, which cross-references, it needs additional citations for verification. Okay. Canarytrap.com. Huh? Oh, was it? Okay. Can we... What is it? Where's the... What is it? Okay, is this just the name of the company? Canary Trap. What is a canary trap? Explained by The Canary Trap. Definition. An effective method for exposing an information leak. The term was first popularized and described by novelist Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy popularized the canary trap term. Okay, cool. I learned something. Tom Clancy popularized... Yeah, whatever. Next. Mexican cartel violence. I'm just going to type this verbatim in Google. The double stroke on these keys are so annoying. Okay. I can't read BBC probably because it's going to lock me out. Oh, it's a video? Nope, 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 nope. Okay, I'll watch it, but not on here.
Disney Plus. Hulu.
What the flip? Following the death of drug lord El Mencho. Can I skip this?
Disney Plus.
I have to watch the ad. It's a 30-second unskippable ad. I'm gonna pause this and just...
First.
I thought I muted this. Okay, I'm looking at... Well, this is just ground zero footage. Okay, I Mexican cartel violence. The conversation... Academic rigor, journalistic flair. Mexico is losing its battle with the cartels after years of flawed strategy? Professor of International Politics at Lancaster University. Crime... okay. Capture of senior Sinaloa cartel figures like El Chapo and El Mayo. High-profile killings, including Los Zetas cartel leader Heriberto Lazcano, and now El Mencho. As I have argued in the past, in a 2018 book, this book explores the politics of narco killing and public attitudes to violence and death in the Mexican drug war. It examines questions such as the culture of human sacrifice, the religious principles that sanction egregious violence, and most importantly, the society's common response to such violence. Primarily philosophical reflections, the study nonetheless used anthropological, architectural, and sociological methods to provide an interdisciplinary explanation to the visceral, commonplace violence taking place in contemporary Mexico. Okay, and then... This is a futile strategy. The killing or arrest of cartel leaders rarely spells the end for an affected organization. As soon as leaders are locked up, killed, or extradited, their replacements are already around. Explaining cartel violence. Impunity. Rate of impunity for violent crimes in Mexico. I need to know what that means again. Impunity. Exemption from punishment. Rampant youth unemployment. Mexican governments have consistently failed to produce a national strategy to address this. Weak law enforcement. Sluggish GDP growth. Okay. Thank you. Well, that's that. Mentions, by the way. Next mention. Gavin Newsom got a 960 on the SAT. He is the governor of California, right? Yep. Gavin Newsom SAT score. In February 2026, California Governor Gavin Newsom stated that he was a 960 SAT guy. DM is sent, Blackline 1.0. Thank you, Blackline 1.0. Please watch the video. Okay, I will put that in the your turn. Another riveting ski video. Gavin Newsom SAT score. Newsom made, I heard there was more stuff about that. I'm not trying to impress you, I'm just trying to impress upon you I'm like you, I'm not better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy, and you know, I'm not trying to offend anyone. You know, trying to act all there if you got 940, but literally a 960 SAT guy. You've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. You've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. What did I get on the SAT? A 1230. Same as my PSAT score, which means I did worse on the SAT than the PSAT. Or at least, I'm in a... I'm in a lower percentile. I was in a greater percentile on the PSAT than I was the SAT. That's what I should say. Is that all I needed to see? Oh, that was the same article. Okay, whatever, yeah. Gavin Newsom. Next mention. Marco Rubio's parents were illegal immigrants when they had him. Marco Rubio's parents. Okay, we'll start with Wikipedia and evolve from there. His parents were Cubans who immigrated to the United States in 1956 during the regime of Fulgencio. 2.5 years before Fidel Castro ascended to power after... Marco Rubio's compelling family story. Come on, man. Okay. Yeah. Mother made at least 4 trips to Cuba after Castro's takeover, and a return to Cuba had been planned before the changes in their native country. Rubio's parents were not U.S. citizens at the time of Rubio's birth. August 2015, Marco Rubio once benefited from birthright citizenship. This is the Wayback Machine. Hello? Anything? Does this exist? Okay. What is this? Is the National Journal real? No, are we still doing the Wayback Machine? Hello? Okay, is there a more compelling source for that? Rubio's parents are from the Atlantic. Rubio's parents were plain old immigrants, not refugees. Rubio's parents arrived in the U.S. Okay, we'll just type. What? Is that it? I'm not a robot. Not a robot. Dude, what are we doing? From South China Morning Post. MAGA Firebrand. Mario and Aurealis Rubio, the immigrant story. Immigrant story. 1956, they came here. However, as noted by the BBC, his message of hope and optimism during the campaign was off-key at a time in the conservative movement when anti-immigrant sentiments resonated more strongly. Forced to leave Cuba. Embellished. According to naturalization papers and other records, Mario and Aurealis were given permanent residence status at least 2 years before Castro took power. Okay. Marco Rubio, legal parents. Want to play Valorant at 7 p.m. Maybe. They will... Okay. They were legal residents, not citizens, when Marco was born. Rubio's maternal grandfather was detained as an undocumented immigrant. But immigration officials reversed their decision and the deportation. Yes, but before they were permanent resident, but before they were illegal, I think. Let me rephrase this. Were Marco Rubio's parents legal immigrants? Immigration timing, they arrive... let's see. Marco Rubio parents naturalization records. I spelled that wrong, but I just keep seeing the consensus that they were legal residents but not citizens. If you can find me an article that proves this wrong, please show me. Otherwise, I will look at this once push comes to shove. Next. This was more part of my YouTube feed as I watched Professor Dave debunk 200 flat earth proofs proposed by Eric Dubé. And level does not equal flat, but rather perpendicular to the gravitational vector. Level. Nope, we're not doing that yet. Level in geography. How is level defined? Merriam-Webster, or whatever. Nope. Equigeopotential surface. Oh man. Meek Mill. I need to find the American Dictionary of the English Language. Reject. Wow, Merriam-Webster is... level versus equipotential. What is a level surface? Okay, according to the AI overview of these sources, Learn CST says A surface at which every point is perpendicular to the plumb line or the direction in which gravity acts. A level surface is an equipotential surface. Okay, yeah, that's... yeah. Next. RAM shortage increases console prices and discontinues Steam Deck. Again, these are all mentions. RAM shortage, console price increase. RAM price increases could see next generation console releases delayed. That is not exactly what I looked for, but that's an interesting mention. And what that is going to mean for mass-producing consoles at a competitive price point. Not only for the next generation, but it could also mean that yet more price increases for current generation consoles. RAM modules have increased in price due to the demand for AI. RAM availability could continue to be a bottleneck. What? I just saw Raw. I know all these people. Well, I recognize, I mean. This is crazy. This is all one sentence. It leaves console producers in a very tricky spot moving forward. While consoles have traditionally been subsidized to a certain extent in the past, it seems like RAM availability and price increases will mean that the next generation of consoles, which are already believed to be... okay. Okay. Okay, price increases. And then the other part of that, Steam Deck. RAM shortage, Steam Deck discontinued. Steam Deck OLED models are experiencing intermittent stock shortages in the US and the other oh my gosh, no. In other regions due to a global AI-driven RAM and storage shortage. While the 256GB LCD model is officially discontinued, Valve is not discontinuing the OLED version, but rather facing supply chain constraints. Valve's Steam Deck is the latest casualty, according to Mashable. Valve's Steam Deck is the latest casualty of global memory shortage. A note posted alongside the handheld gaming PC lineup states that availability issues are tied to component constraints and that the 256 LCD Steam Deck is no longer in production and will not return once remaining inventory is sold out. Okay, so this will not exist in the near future. That is what I needed. Next, Xbox sunset. The video game industry is in shambles. Xbox sunset. IGN. Well, this is from Reddit. From IGN. Xbox is being sunsetted. Seamus Blackley, one of the creators of Xbox, thinks recent shakeup spells the end for Microsoft's gaming business. They don't say that, but that's what's happening. Co-creator. Xbox is not a core part of Microsoft's all-encompassing AI push, and so is being sunsetted. Drafting in Sharma, who Blackley points out came from Microsoft's AI team with no gaming background, is further evidence of the company's true strategy. I expect that the new CEO, Asha Sharma, her job is going to be as a palliative care doctor who slides Xbox gently into the night. I understand this metaphor now. Subsume. I've never heard that word before. Subsume. Include or absorb in something into something else. AI will subsume games like it will subsume everything, and that spells the end for the traditional video games business. The job of all these people is to just gently usher all of these business units into the new world of AI. Microsoft, or that's at odds with the auteur model of any art, but specifically of games. Microsoft doesn't have the problem that Apple does or that Netflix does, where they have an auteur-driven content model to manage. Netflix has that? Tulung, hi bro, Marquise, welcome back. We're talking about Xbox, a potential Xbox sunset, leaving us PlayStation players to thrive. No, I'm just kidding. But RAM, we're talking about RAM shortages and how that, is big. I'm surprised you're not on the Resident Evil 9 Platinum. Everyone and they mama on that shiny Platinum. I know a guy who is on the Resident Evil 9 Platinum, and he streams... No, he is not streaming right now. He did. I tuned in twice. Yep, he streamed twice. Resident Evil 9. It's also a new game. I haven't paid full price for a game in some time. So I'm gonna wait, just like everything. I actually have I gotta clear my backlog. That's it. I gotta clear a backlog. I have requests and everything. I don't know. Well, one very, very prominent request for a trophy hunt, but whatever. Yeah, bro, do I have any Resident Evil Platinum? That's a great question. Let's put it here. Short answer, no. But I will expound on that soon. Did I use that word correctly? Okay, it's not really a theory, so I don't think I used it correctly. AI... What is this list? Xbox Games Series tier list. Fallout? Doom? Call of Duty? When was Call of Duty... Are we just talking about games present on Xbox? Or Xbox exclusive games? Working on the BioShock Infinite Platinum? How was that? Okay, sunsetted. PlayStation Supremacy, so sorry, Xbox. Next mention. 2026 Android and iOS users. Now, it's more Android versus iOS users, but I just wanted to... Let's see. Nick Ackerman... iPhone versus Android, stop ignoring the truth. Android phones are no longer... Is the finals game a hard one? Ain't it an ultra rare? Great question. Is the finals a hard platinum trophy? It's a long one, but I will expand on that later. What's this? PC Mag? From PC Mag, iOS versus Android. One clearly dominates in 2026. Why is this in Spanish? Too many ultra rare, LOL. You got that 0%. I think it's... Yeah, it is a 0.5 something. When you're buying a new phone, your options fall into two camps: a device running Apple iOS or Google Android. Both systems have distinct personalities. iOS is a closed ecosystem that delivers a controlled, curated experience focusing on simplicity and convenience. You got 1% to 2% ultra rare, LOL. I want a 0% ultra rare. There are plenty of those in the trophy hunting community. Good luck. Wolfenstein 2 was one of them, and then people got it. Yeah, Android is an open platform. Tweak settings and side load software? I don't know these terms. Side loading. What does that mean? And see the end of side loading apps? Well, I guess I should research that because PC Mag doesn't inform me. I hate people going for Wolf 2 Platinum, like, just give up. You know what, man? We need more people. Somehow, I don't know how people don't have the DC Universe Online Platinum Trophy. It's just, I think, a $20 subscription, and you can unlock the trophies. It's so easy. You know, I thought Android and Google had different things, or operating systems. I guess they're the same. Mac, Windows. Android isn't... Apple's ecosystem has just one hardware vendor, albeit a top-tier one. Like Windows, Android isn't limited to the parent company's products. You can purchase a handset from one of many phone manufacturers. As a result, you'll find a profusion of Android phones with a wide range of prices and performance levels. Yes, every gaming phone I've ever seen... Or, I will say this. Apple never made a gaming phone. As in, specifically tailored for gaming. They just, I guess they have good things, and then the specs will just speak for themselves. Super Meat Boy Platinum, Crash 4 are the king of hard platinums. I might replace Crash 4 with Wolves, because Crash 4 is not as hard as everyone thinks, if you think about it. Is Crash 4 as hard as people think? Good inquiry. Android, yeah, a dominant market share. That's all I want to look at. Okay, next. I'm 44 minutes in because I've been on tangents this whole time. Next. Thoughts. People still believe in flat Earth. I have thought about this. Not too much, but when it shows up in my feed, I watch some debunking flat Earth stuff. And now I saw Professor Dave's reaction to Dr. Mike and the anti-vaxxers. People still believe in flat Earth. Yeah, even you agree with Crash 4. Don't believe it's a 9 out of 10 difficulty. I will get to that soon. Does Kyrie Irving still believe in flat Earth? Huh? Complex. Kyrie Irving gets asked if he's still a flat earther on Kai Cenat's stream. The NBA star gave an evasive answer. When asked if he still thinks the Earth is flat, why is the text tiny? Do I still think the Earth is flat? By the way, I got in so much trouble for that. Y'all be careful with that, man, because a lot of people believe the Earth is flat or believe it's round. Kyrie Irving, I remember him from the TV show Kickin' It when I was younger. That's when, you know, all these guys made cameos and whatever. Because a lot of people believe the Earth is flat or believe it's round. Y'all be careful with that. When do I ever have to be careful for thinking that the Earth is round? Only around flat earthers, right? Who's told off because kids look up to him. But the thing about it is, it's been said in history before, right? People have said that the Earth is flat. But at the end of the day, it's not about whether it's flat. It's questioning what is going around you. I was labeled as a conspiracy theorist. I'm going to stop there. Next thought. Benefits of alkaline water. A recent grocery trip saw alkaline pH 9.5 water in our pantry, disposal, what have you. pH 9.5. Why? I would assume it's more expensive because you have to go through a more rigorous process to make the water more alkaline. Benefits of alkaline water. Okay. According to the AI overview, referring to these websites, alkaline water may offer benefits like reduced acid reflux, improved hydration after exercise, and better bone density for some, primarily due to added minerals like calcium and magnesium. Whoops, hold on. Let me figure out, what is deionized water? Deionized water is highly purified water with nearly all mineral ions, such as cations and anions, removed through ion exchange resins. Yes, deionized water. It is ultra pure water. Yeah, this looks familiar. Now, that's different from alkaline water, which is more neutral. While it can help better than plain water, Mayo Clinic. For most people, alkaline water is not better than plain water. Let's go to Google Scholar, right? Google Scholar, where are you? Where's Google Scholar? More. Tools. Google Scholar. Associations of alkaline water with metabolic risks, sleep quality, muscle strength, a cross-sectional study with postmenopausal women. Bloop. Well, what's the abstract, huh? In conclusion, drinking adequate of water is paramount for public health. With access to good quality drinking water remains a critical issue. While consumption of alkaline water may be considered as a source of easy-to-implement lifestyle to modulate metabolic features, sleep duration, and muscle strength, further studies are warranted for unraveling the precise mechanism of alkaline water consumption on the improvement and prevention of MET-S? What's MET-S? Metabolic syndrome. And it's an individual's... Okay. Give me the conclusion. Where is it? Conclusions. Further studies are warranted... Precise mechanism of alkaline water consumption are not, or precise mechanism of alkaline water consumption on the improvement and prevention of diseases are not fully elucidated. This is a 2022 study. Harvard Health, is alkaline water better? The simple answer is no. There's not any evidence to support choosing bottled or home-treated alkaline water over safe tap water. What the flip, man? Why did we buy alkaline water? NIH, the effect of mineral-based alkaline water on hydration status and the metabolic response to short... Also, I am not that scientific. Maybe the methods are also flawed in the thing, and you just have to look at it more technically and with greater depth. But if you just go to the abstract and the conclusion, this is what they say. Oh, really? Wait. In conclusion, the athletes hydrated with alkaline, low mineralized water demonstrated favorable changes in hydration status in response to high-intensity interval exercise, with a significant decrease of specific urine gravity, increased urine pH, and more efficient utilization of lactate after supramaximal exercise. Okay, and then... did they buy the alkaline water just for us? Conclusions. Drinking alkaline water in amounts of 4 liters per day shows a positive effect on hydration status after anaerobic exercise. Improved acid-base balance. These results indicate that the habitual consumption of alkaline water may be a valuable nutritional vector influencing both acid-base balance and hydration status in active, healthy adults. Okay, all right. That was a 2017 study. A concise... No, I'm not a robot. If you can see my camera, I'm not a robot, you know? I'm human. A concise review on... My gosh. No. Get off. A concise review... A concise review on health benefits of alkaline-reduced water. Highlights... Further research... Okay. Alkaline-reduced water effectively neutralizes excess body acidity, promoting a balanced internal pH, which is beneficial in counteracting the effects of an acid-heavy diet. Okay, that's the abstract. Let's go to conclusion. Conclusion. ARW continues to show encouraging therapeutic potential. However, inconsistent preparation methods, composition, limited clinical evidence, and unresolved safety concerns hinder its advancement. Okay, I don't know what to think anymore. 2022, effects of alkaline-reduced water on gastrointestinal diseases. Abstract. Okay, that doesn't... Okay. Concluding remarks. It is becoming increasingly clear that OS... What? I don't know. Next. Let's just go back to the bread and butter. Next thought. WWE Elimination Chamber 2026 predictions. These are bandwagon predictions because I follow WWE storylines intermittently. Men's Elimination Chamber. Industry pundits. I think I researched 3 articles with Elimination Chamber predictions. Industry pundits pretty much near unanimously have Cody Rhodes as the men's Elimination Chamber winner. I don't know why. We already... Is this the... We're just completing the arc here at WrestleMania? Okay. I would really like to see Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. The grand stage. A massive title defense against one of his greatest rivals, Randy Orton, in Vegas. Hopefully, I mean, Cody versus McIntyre inherently already looks better than Cody versus heel Cena. Well, at least we know now. Next, Women's Elimination Chamber. Again, the consensus is Rhea Ripley. So, it'll be Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. I don't know why Jade Cargill still has the championship, but she does. Next, Women's Intercontinental Championship match. I had Becky winning earlier, but because of Chicago and Punk's retaining, you already know Punk's retaining. It's Chicago. AJ she's probably gonna get the title just for a little bit, and then yeah. And then World Heavyweight Championship match, Punk's retaining, no question. Next, oh yeah, this is a unanimous, or at least the big ones I saw, this is a unanimous consensus. Punk's retaining. Next, Dave Meltzer, this is my bread and butter. Yeah, Dave, we're just going to go through this. We're going to run through this because I love pro wrestling. Next. Oh yeah, New Beginning in USA just happened. Also SmackDown. Pretty unremarkable, apparently. Jey Uso was attacked at the beginning of the show and declared unable to participate in the Elimination Chamber match. Yeah, also, Bronson Reed, real injury. Bread and butter, my favorite. I mean, it's good, man. It's good. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Bronson Reed suffered a real injury in the Elimination Chamber qualifier. So, Jey Uso, or they called an audible during the match, and Jey Uso ended up winning. So what does this mean, then? Jey Uso was attacked at the beginning of the show and declared unable to participate in the Elimination Chamber. Okay. First, New Japan presents CMLL Fantastica Mania 2026, Day 6, Tag 6, because I think Cage Match originated in Germany. Yeah. Okay, first. You don't see a lot of Fantastica Mania, but not a lot of, especially for these high-profile matches, not a lot of CMLL New Japan overlap. These you have Show and etc. You have United Empire and Ultimo Guerrero. You have House of Torture, Relevos Increíbles, Titan Shomakato, Los Viajeros del Espacio, and Masatora Yasuda defeat New Japan guys. But in these matches, it's just CMLL, right? World Historic Light Heavyweight title match. Averno defeats Atlantis Jr. 4 stars. Singles match. Máscara Dorada defeats Hechicero. 4.5 stars. Next. Oh, we had a banger Dynamite, apparently. First, Jon Moxley defeats El Clone. AEW Continental title eliminator match, 4 stars. What's the story behind this? It's just we're still at odds. Or Don Callis family and Death Riders or whatever. I don't know. 4 stars, yeah. Gabe Kid Orange Cassidy. Kevin Knight Mansoor. Babes of Wrath. Mega Bad Tag. Okay. Brody King defeats Mark Davis. Singles match. 3.5 stars. And the Mile High Madness. I saw clips on YouTube, and this was It was just a nonstop heater. Mile High Madness Anything Goes 10-man tag match. Jack Perry, the Rascals, and the Young Bucks defeat FTR and the Demand 5 stars. I would like to find the full match. More promotions I know. Oh, NXT. How about this? NXT tag title match. The Vanity Project defeat Dark State. These guys are just up and comers, man. Interesting. The Vanity Project defeat Dark State. WWE NXT Tag Team title match. 3 3/4 stars. Speed title. Isn't this going to overtime technically? Squash match? What is this? Or was there a pre-match attack? What's going on with these short matches, man? What are we doing? What's going on? Anyway. WWE NXT North American title match. Miles Bourne defeats Ethan Page. 3.5 stars. Cool. Japanese promotions. Raw, looks like. Yep, this was the match. Bronson Reed got injured. A tribute to AJ Styles. Oh, why is the rating so low? Huh. Okay. Next. Elimination Chamber qualifying triple threat match. Raquel Rodriguez defeats Io Sky and Kairi Sane. 3 3/4 stars. Cool. Next. Bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, a big Dynamite episode apparently. That's their name? Okay. Yeah, they're the trio. AEW World Trios title match. Jet Set Rodeo defeat The Demand. 4 1/4 stars. Cool. Jet Set Rodeo, that's a... Okay. Okay. Alright, tag match. The Young Bucks defeat The Swirl. A flat 10-minute, 4 1/4 star match. Might have to check that out. If it's that short, you might as well watch it. Next, CMLL World Heavyweight title match. Claudio Castagnoli defeats Josh Alexander. 4.5 stars. Who are you? From Boston? Okay. No, birthday. Okay. 6-man tag match. The Don Callis family defeat the Death Riders. 4.5 stars. Thunder Rosa in action, and then World Tag Title Eliminator match. I gotta look into those Eliminator matches. Don't really entirely know how they work. CMLL Viernes Espectacular. Bunch of stuff. MLP Canadian title match. I forgot he's a title holder because the last time he defended this was in September. Okay. Josh Alexander defeats Esfinge. 4 1/4 stars. A 4-way match. And then he got his joint shaved, right? Johnny Consejo defeats Angel de Oro and Daniel Garcia and Neon, 3 stars. And then for SmackDown, we have just Ilya Dragunov versus Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga defeats Ilya Dragunov, 3.5 stars. Bunch of stuff. And then, just making sure that I didn't miss anything. Yeah. I think we got everything. Alright, that's that. I'm overtime, but I'm not done with the whole thing. Next. Spotify Top 10. Here we go. Give me top 50 global. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Number 10. Bad Bunny, Nueva Yol. Frog. Number 9. Blackpink, Go. For the Olympics, I think whatever. Number 8, Bad Bunny, Baile Inolvidable. All right, number 7, Taylor Swift, The Fate of Ophelia. Number 6, Joe, End of Beginning. Number 5, Olivia Dean, Man I Need. Maybe it's better to chop it up into sixths. Okay. Number 4, Bruno Mars, I Just Might.
1, 2, 3. It would break my heart, break my heart. Show me now, show me now. Down, 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 down.
Number 3, Bruno Mars, Risk It All. Number 2, Pink Pantheress and Zara Larsson, Stateside plus Zara Larsson.
I'm free stateside, but I'll see you tonight, so I stay. Never met a British guy you
That's kind of catchy. Is it just... Wait, what?
I'm freezing outside. I'm freezing outside.
Blade?
Me get into
I'm adding this to my playlist. That is a... Here we go. We're adding this to... House Party. And... Number... Marquise, you didn't like that. Okay. Number 1, Bad Bunny, Debbie Tirar, Mas Fotos. Okay, cool. Top 50, done. And next, the TikTok 10 swipes. This cesspool of an app. Okay. Crash 4 music better. Alright. Whoa, what the flip.
She ready. My face is hell like a wedding. Don't you gon' pop shit? Why you hezzy? Need to go to fuck up, you kidding? Nigga, I be high as hell. She ready. My face is hell like a wedding. Don't you gon' pop shit? Why you?
One.
If you were 5 inches in Elon Musk and Trump was 5 inches in you, which way are you moving? Which way are you moving, Charlie?
Is that your question?
That is my question. If you were 5 inches in Elon Musk and Trump was 5 inches you, which way are you moving?
Thank you for your question.
Which way? These are the pressing matters we want to know answers to, Charlie. What's your...
Two.
Boy was trolling on the dark web. When her sister noticed he slammed his laptop shut, he was shivering, and she knew something was wrong. Scared,
Do they know?
he immediately
I mean,
ran to the living room. She
don't-
yelled, "What happened?" But he
Okay,
wouldn't.
TikTok. Whoa, chill.
This
Okay,
boy
the
was
TikTok algorithm is just supposed to be legendary, right? Does it think this is my go-to?
trolling on the dark web. When her sister noticed he slammed his laptop shut, he was shivering, and she knew something was wrong. Scared, he immediately ran to the living room. She yelled, "What happened?" But he wouldn't say anything. He started freaking out, closing all of their blinds, locking the front door, and she begged him to tell her what was going on. He was freaking out, and that's when she opened his laptop. She couldn't believe it. Someone sent him a picture of their front door. They sent another picture, and when she clicked on it, it was a picture of her through their window that said, "She looks tasty."
3. Ad doesn't count. 3. Work all day, protect Americans. People still hate me and call me a pig just because I am ICE agent. Contains AI-generated media. Just because I am ICE agent. You know, grammar goes a long way, because I was about to think otherwise until I read it. And then I became a skeptic.
To the white guy that called me slurs over and over again in my live stream the other night for no reason, guess what? You're gonna get kicked out of the United States Navy. You know how they tell us that we should be careful what we do on social media because there could be real life consequences? Hi, my name's Real Life Consequence. I've done a thorough background check and now I know everything about you. I know what little town in Texas you're from. I know your name, your phone number, your email address. I've seen your disciplinary records. I know the names of all of your family members, including your dead mother and your daughter who turns 2 next week, and her mother who's gonna have to pay for all the birthday presents this year because you came into my live stream and saw a black man who was talking about Pokemon cards and video games, and you assumed, yeah, he's not going to do anything if I call him slurs repeatedly even though he's trying to help me. Turns out I am going to do something. Turns out there are so many things I can do because I have all the screenshots. I have all of the recordings. I know that after you left my live stream, you went into someone else's and started talking about how much you love Jesus and God and the Bible.
I really love
maybe
the
I
Meet
should
the
send that
Grahams
evidence to the church you go to.
5. We're on attack again in the USA.
My name's Ava, and I didn't have a hole in my vagina, so I had to get it surgically cut. And I brought the Tutti Frutti Bumps.
My name's Taya, and I'm unfortunately part of the Epstein files, and I brought the terrible Star Mix.
Well, how do you know?
Hi, my name is Mac, and one time my neighbor came in my house and pulled a gun on me and cocked it, so I turned and ran and fell on the rug and slipped on the knife, and he is still my neighbor, and I brought the junior men's.
Hi, I'm Monica, and when I was 16, I found out that my father was in fact my stepfather after catching him masturbate while I was showering.
7.
I'm Bianca, and I play with adult Play-Doh.
Ad doesn't count.
You are sentenced to 9 months in county jail.
9 months?
Why are there so many visual artifacts?
You're serious?
Ma'am.
You are sentenced to 9 months in county jail.
Why are there so many visual artifacts?
9 months?
Are they they're trying to blur out the Sora, aren't they?
You're serious?
Ma'am.
You are sentenced to 9 months in county jail.
9 months?
Okay. 8.
Hey, good night, guys. Have a fun sleepover. Good night, Mommy. Okay, that bitch is gone. Y'all ready for Benjamin Roulette? Let's go. Oh, guys, I thought we were gonna play Roblox. Jacob, talk first. He has to spin. Damn it. Oh, it landed on Jacob. Jacob, you gotta hit the Benjamin for 5 seconds. Okay. 1. Oh, shit. 2. Holy shit. 3. Oh, my God. 3.5. Jacob. 3.6. Keep going. 3.61. Hey, Tanner, do you have an extra blanket? No, dude. Should have brought your own. Guys, I really don't feel good. Shut the fuck up, Jacob. This is a sleepover, not a therapy session.
That was a South Park episode 9.
She logged onto the library computer, which connected to the internet via a phone line, and she used it to auto-dial hundreds of other computers until one of them answered. Now, back then, if you had the password, you could access other people's files. So she typed in 0000 as a guess, but to her surprise, it connected, bringing up the FBI database. But since the password was so easy, she just thought it was a computer game. She spent 2 weeks looking through top secret information while the FBI scrambled to find the hacker. And when they finally showed up, they were shocked to find it was a child. They brought her in for questioning and discovered her mother worked for NASA. And because the girls saw the secret files, they thought her mother might have too, meaning she could have lost her job. But instead, they just banned the girl from computers for the next 8 years.
Okay.
Hey, excuse me. I think I can speak your language, maybe.
Français.
Tu parles français?
Oui.
Où est-ce que tu es né?
Je suis né en République démocratique du Congo.
Oloboka lingala?
Unaloba lingala très bien.
Oyekoli ndigeni lingala?
Lingala, ben na botame na Kinshasa.
Ah, na Kinshasa?
Oui, oui.
Na Kinshasa, la Democratic Republic.
Effectivement, effectivement.
Hey, excuse me. Which language do you speak? Maybe I speak your language.
Why?
What? I speak it, 100%. Speak it.
Why? Where are you from?
I'm from Japan.
I am from Austrian Kurdistan.
Okay, kurbanji dizani. Kurbanji? Ez feri kurbanji dibim. Ez per rojbash. Ez per excuse me. Where are you from?
Okay. That's enough. Next, your turn. I have another riveting ski video in my DMs. The guy just really wants ski to be shown to the whole world. Can I open this in browser? What? Okay. 40 miles an hour. Thank you. Next. Do I have a Resident Evil Platinum trophy? No, I do not, because I stay away from horror games. Survival horror games, name it. You name it. I was a little jumpy during Scream 7 at the beginning, and then I realized how predictable it was. So then I thought, oh, okay, yeah. I know what's happening. I also saw Iron Lung earlier this month. That's 2 horror movies in 1 month. Unprecedented. Maybe I go for Resident Evil? I don't know. Is the finals a hard platinum trophy? It depends on how you define hard. If you define hard as long, pause, then yeah, I put in 300 hours into the finals. However, whatever metric, maybe in-game time is more 250 or something, but the finals took me at least 200 hours to get, no question. However metric you measure, all of them are above 200 hours in time. I think I just spent 200 hours in Bank It alone, and I heard, isn't that a discontinued one? I mean, is it Wolfenstein 2 or Super Meat Boy hard? Not for me. Not for me. Because the game itself, I mean, it's a shooter. Shooters, you know, Multiplayer shooters are second nature. The requirements were grindy, but not stringent. So, yeah. And then the final live inquiry. Is Crash 4 as hard as people think? I don't know. Is it? Let's go. Is Crash 4 as hard as people think? I spelled that wrong. Crash 4 is considered significantly harder than the original trilogy, often described as 9 out of 10 difficulty, particularly for completionists. Near perfect, long level gameplay. Well, if we consider the Toys for Bob relic perfection, then sure, it's a near perfect run. No death, all box runs, near death? What's the margin for death? I don't remember Crash 4. Okay. Absurdly difficult. Way too many crates. Polar bear. Is Crash 4 hard? This is the most difficult Crash game to beat. I mean, I thought it was definitely the most difficult Crash game I ever beat. Easily the hardest 100%. Yeah, the time it took me to finish Crash 4 is longer than the other three, the Insane Trilogy combined. Is Crash 4 on the same level as Wolfenstein 2? No, I don't think so. Crash 4 has length and difficulty. The Finals has length. And Wolfenstein 2 has just difficulty. It's more consistent. Endurance and intensity, right? The Finals is endurance. Crash 4 is endurance and intensity. And Wolfenstein 2 is just pure intensity. Because after you finish the gamer playthrough, I like to do a one gamer playthrough of every trophy hunt before I do the trophy hunt. And the story is what, a 10-hour story? And then after that, it's just Mein Leben practice, which added another 60 hours to my game. No death run for a shiny bronze trophy. Honestly, trophy grades, if you're a trophy hunter, right? Or rather a platinum trophy hunter. If you're a platinum trophy hunter, there's a difference between there's a trophy hunter and a platinum trophy hunter. I am way more a platinum trophy hunter than a trophy hunter. If you're a platinum trophy hunter, every grade below the platinum, in my opinion, doesn't matter. Because you will, if you get the platinum, that's the crown jewel. Everything below it is just in anticipation for the big one. Now, if you're a trophy hunter, sure, you can cherry pick. You can cherry pick trophies, the gold ones, to increase your trophy level as fast as you can. If that's your objective, then yeah, maybe the no death run for bronze should be, should reflect the prestige more. But if you're a platinum trophy hunter, every grade or every trophy rarity grade, whatever, below platinum doesn't matter. The developers can organize that however they want because the platinum is what people want. Yeah, Crash 4 and Super Meat Boy would never. Yeah, I mean, all the no death run trophies were, silver and gold. Yeah, so that's all I have for the current installment. This is the longest one in a while, actually, because I just had so much to cover, and I will watch Elimination Chamber soon. Lasting thought of the podcast. Whoop. Oops. WWE Elimination Chamber 2026 start time. What? The pre-show starts at 5? That was almost 2 hours ago. Do you recommend Super Meat Boy Shiny Platinum to who? Gamers or trophy hunters? I would recommend it to the hardcore. Yeah, I feel like it's a cornerstone of hardcore trophy hunting. $7 p.m.? That means it starts in not even a quarter of an hour. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this also... To you only? Yeah. You have... I mean, yeah, you should. You should. Because then you can say, oh, that's the hardest trophy hunt I've ever done. What the flip? It starts at 7? I guess I'm staying in this chair for a few more hours. Well, I'm overtime, and I want to watch Elimination Chamber. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.